You got cooked.
Yeah, that's Halo Waypoint just sends it.
Master Chef.
August
Master
drop
Chef.
pod. Halo's Infinite's latest drop pod has deployed. With this update, visors will now be able to be used across every armor core. Various Mark 7 helmets attachments can be used on additional Mark 7 helmets. I feel like that was redundant. The ability to view challenges has been added to the in-game pods menu and more. Also, you can buy yourself a tank or jacket in real life from the Xbox Gear Shop.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go delete Street Fighter and go download Halo right now.
And then buy a jacket.
Bro, I'm so excited. My jaw hurts. Oh my god. Fuck off, Halo Waypoint. No one gives a shit. Call me when slide boosting is back.
Right.
How have they
Or
not added
Infection.
Forge yet?
Or no
G's nuts.
Forge.
Mm-hmm.
I saw someone say that it's so bad at this point that they should just relaunch Halo Infinite with Forge and make it this big like relaunch thing. And I was like, you know what? At this point, I think that would better get people interested again.
Well,
Halo Infinite.
I saw someone posted on Twitter a map. They're remaking Pit from Halo 3 on Halo's Infinite
Ooh.
Forge. So some people have access to it. I don't know who is. I went to the person's Twitter page. Didn't say they worked for the company 343. So I'm not sure how this person
Who do
has
you
access
work
to
for?
Forge.
Who sent you?
What is your name?
He just very close.
State your business.
Say
You know.
your business.
But also look pretty good for like just having shapes and buildings and no textures really.
Slide boosting is gone. Halo is dead.
Just
R.I.P.
Also, why don't we just jump over because we miss Halo? Why don't we just jump over to Splitgate? Similar.
No, there's teleporting. You think my tiny brain can handle teleporting?
I've seen you play. You showed me video footage of you hitting many buttons on the Dante. With the
Yeah.
Dante.
That's hitting buttons.
That's
But
it.
Dante,
Yeah.
bro. That's
Yeah.
the Dante defense.
I don't have to worry about a man coming in my
That's been
rear
thrown out of
suddenly
court.
from a portal. like if I'm on midship and on Halo 2 and I'm on P3, I don't have to worry about a man appearing behind me and penetrating me.
So you get the glasses with the part mirrors on the edge, so you
I
can always
can't-
see behind you.
I can't do that in the
What?
Splitgate. Unless is that DLC?
Gonna split you right open.
Yeah.
They
What my
do
cheeks.
have a gameplay list right now without the portals, so you can give it a go. But they actually have they care.
Is Brian
It
frozen?
sounds like they care. He is frozen.
Okay, let's all try to recreate his face. Hold on.
Well, there's a thumbnail.
Or am I flipped? Do I have to do it this way?
Yeah, the title is Frozen in Time now, and just
Frozen.
use that.
Frozen in time. Yeah, he
Frozen
is.
in time.
He is very frozen.
He's gone.
Much like my socks that I will talk about when he returns.
This is the proper time you would play the song "Gust in the Wind."
You mean dust in the wind?
Yeah, same thing.
Actually, we do gust in the wind, so then we don't get sued.
Okay,
There
I'm
we
back.
go.
I don't know what that was all about.
You
Oh,
laugh.
you froze
I don't know,
too?
you're really happy.
thought it
about
was just
though.
me.
My cheeks.
No,
my
I
cheeks
froze.
Split and
You froze.
Brian
Did
split.
I freeze? I feel like I froze because everyone else didn't move either.
there was a.
I thought
there was a
maybe it
split
was-
gate.
So everybody froze?
No,
Yes.
God damn it, Timmy! I was doing a bit.
no. Yes.
Yes,
Okay. Well, I wonder if it's because
Nope.
I'm downloading a driver right now and it's almost done.
the GeForce
That
Oh.
one.
might be why. Yeah, the GeForce one.
Mm-hmm.
If I
It
download
might
that,
be
all my
why.
monitors jerk themselves off, and then I get confused.
You just have to sit there and watch.
You just watch it till completion.
Yeah, and then I go. boop, boop, boop. Yeah.
And you just see that little green bar going back and forth, back and
Mhm.
forth.
What? Okay, you do.
That's my green bar.
Oh, so Brian, why are you sitting in the dark right now?
I don't know, because I like it. Do you not like it?
He's trying to make sure
'Cause-
we don't think he's still in New Zealand.
Well, it is
Yeah.
the middle of the day outside, so
That's true. I mean, it is 5 p.m. sharp. Uh-oh. The darkness.
Wow,
I
that's
was
sick.
born in the darkness.
Yeah. Now I'm a Dark Souls NPC.
Yes, go into the depths, but beware, for there are many hollows. But I'm sure you'll be just fine if you buy my wares. Yeah.
what is the quest for? What are they finding?
For the orb.
He's
Exactly,
nuts.
The D's nuts weapon.
So you've returned.
Did it hit you?
Yeah.
The microphone bite you?
Yes.
Which way is north? Would you point me in the
Out.
direction of north?
To go north, one must not go south, but also not east or west. Only then can one determine that which is north. Now
is
go
southeast an option?
Do you think you can just combine two directions into one? You're trying to figure out where north is, and now you're talking about southeast. Oh, you fool. You are in way over your head. Yeah. Good.
I was trying to find the fountain of life. Have you seen it?
To find the fountain of life, you must first ask yourself, what does the fountain of life entail for oneself within the greater good? Only then can you travel forth and determine.
That hurt my soul.
The fountain of life is located off the coast of No Man's Return. It's called No Man's Return because no man returns. But
Oh, we're
I'm
sending
sure you'll
women.
be fine. No, this is all-encompassing, man as in the race of man. Like Lord of the Rings.
Can I find that landmark on my map? Or do I have to buy a new map?
You can purchase the map from the in-game downloadable content store for only $6.99.
Why did you open your hand and show me the inside of your coat right there when you said that?
I have many wares for sale. Good. Now, go.
Are you trying to bless me?
Yeah. I will give you the power to,
Why did this turn to Star Wars?
yes.
This turned
Because
into
it
a lot.
always has to turn to Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's the only way Brian gets excited.
With this blessing, you might make it back. This blessing has been
We
passed
can't
through
see
my
you anymore, your
family
hand's in
for
front of the camera.
generations. I'm giving him the blessing you
Yeah, and I
did
can't
with-
see Anthony either.
Wow, there is a lot of wrinkles on my hand. It's like I'm looking old. Now, young one, do you have any more questions about your quest?
How many other people did you bless before me?
I have blessed no one because no one else was worthy.
Oh,
You are the chosen one.
I feel so strong now.
Yeah,
Oh.
good. Do you feel strong as if you had just drank a G Fuel Tetris edition?
Tetris. Look at that. Right
I
there.
will knock down all those block objects in front of me.
Oh, get
With one
5,000.
swipe, they're gone. One swipe, he's out the way.
Oh.
But beware the Z block, for it can be
The
controlled
C
into
block, how about
many
that one?
ways. The C block is where I stayed for 10 years and met Big J. A noble man. If you ever are in need of cigarettes, he will part with them for goods and services. Yes.
Goods and services. Interesting.
Yeah, indeed.
I got that kung fu grip. Does that come in handy?
The Kung Fu grip is an ancient forbidden technique, but comes standard on all first-party made wrestling figures in the 90s. It will make you very powerful. No man can resist the Kung Fu grip.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
I'll take one of those kung fu grips. You've got me.
Would you also like a Kung Fu rip from this bog?
A kung fu rip from the bog? From the bong? Bog.
Yeah.
I heard bog.
Oh, you heard? Okay, cool. Oh, no.
Bog is, if I do this, I can see my eyes still. That looks kind of cool. Oh, yes. Too bad my hand shakes all the time, so it's kind of hard to keep it there. But if
I
you
mean-
didn't, this would be very easy.
Well, that makes sense. You're hunched over. You're very wrinkly. You're using the cane to keep yourself up. That's why you only see one hand at a time.
My cane can also convert itself into an ice cream scooper.
Like the top of it?
Yeah.
Like, or instead of having a sword cane, it's a cane scooper. Pull that out and you
Yeah.
got the scoop.
Yes, and then I scoop the essence from my enemies. Yeah. I need more power. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to give you any of my essence, so I'm just gonna go. Which
You
way is
are-
north again? Wait,
You
was
are
north
essence
again?
trap.
My
Transfer.
enemy. Now, I will tell you what you need to know to reach No Man's Return.
Okay.
First, you must go through the Bog of Smash, which smells terrible.
Oh,
Yeah. But
Hold on. Let me
first-
get my quill and my ox skin so I can write this down.
do you
now,
have
of
that in your
course,
inventory?
Shit. Can you? I ran out of ink.
Oh no.
Can you? Do you have any ink? I can.
yes. Of course, I have ink. It's right here in my left pocket.
All right. I'm not gonna reach for it. I'm
Here
gonna
you
wait for you
go.
to give it to me. Thank you.
Here you go, my friend.
Okay.
I am
All
not
right.
long for this earth.
Do
You
you know how
must
much
go.
time is that? What you're saying? Oh,
Yes.
I must go.
Yes, I will soon be departing.
No
Like the
Man's-
movie The Departed.
You said No Man Island, No Man Creek,
No
Man
Man's Return.
Return. Okay.
Yes, because
Alright.
no man returns. So you must go north, which is that way.
North. Finally, he points.
Yes, I made
North.
it easy for you since you seem to be lacking in the intelligence department.
Hey,
But as you make up for it in the strength and wisdom.
I was gonna say my
department,
mother said I was very strong, so we're okay.
and the agility, of course.
Oh, yes.
So
Agile, docile,
now the bars.
versatile.
Yes. Bars. Rap God. Now, you must first pass through the Bog of Smash, the worst smelling land of all the lands. Beware the GameCube controllers. Then, you must pass through the Dark Mines, which are very well. I'm not sure why they call it the Dark Mines.
Very
But
lit,
it is
but
kind
cold
of bright. You might experience sensory overload.
blood. Ooh.
There are also many dwarves who will call
Hold on,
you
I'm making a
names.
note. Where shades? Got it. What's it?
Yeah.
What's the dwarves? What?
You are wise beyond your years. The dwarves in the dark mines, they say mean things. They like to
It's okay.
talk about their nether regions quite often. And imply you
Really?
should do things with them.
This
Yeah.
also grab them and say right here. You know,
Yeah,
give a good.
exactly.
good
You
grip.
understand. You are already prepared.
Mhm.
It's
Very
power
good.
grip.
The power. Yeah,
Yeah.
the calm.
Yeah. The claw.
The
No.
claw grip.
Now, of course, after you get through the dark mines, you will be at Dragon's Peak. Dragon's Peak is treacherous and perilous. It is very windy and cold. And there is not a dragon,
No
but a
dragon. at the peak?
very, yeah, it's just called Dragon's Peak because the dragon that lived there was slain by this penguin. The almighty red penguin. It looks very friendly, but trust me, it is a creature to be feared. I had counted
So-
it once in my younger years,
All right, hold
and
on.
not only did he defeat me in a rap battle, but he also did a backbreaker 720.
Mm.
It was crazy. It was kind of cool to experience, but also it hurt like hell.
All right, so we have a dangerous penguin at Dragon's Peak. I got it.
Yes. And then after you defeat the penguin,
Mhm.
you will be well on your way to No Man's Return. You just need to pass through the forest of mushrooms. Do not eat the mushrooms. I tell this to everyone, and they always eat the mushrooms because everyone just wants to be high as fuck.
They probably look really good.
They do
mean-
look rather delectable, I must say. I always consider putting them on my steaks.
Do they look like the Mario Bros. Mushrooms?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. And then after you pass through the forest, you will be at No Man's Return. There will be a boat waiting for you. From there, I can offer no more advice.
Is there anybody at the boat waiting for me that can assist me, or do I just gotta, somehow get this boat across on my
There
own with
will-
my own power?
There will be a man to be found on the beach. He has been waiting for you for eons.
Boatman on beach. Got it.
Yes.
His name is Eon. Name.
No. What? No, he's been waiting for you for eons. I told you this guy was not. Never mind, that's not important. Okay. Anyway. Yes, I have the utmost confidence in you.
All right.
Surely you will succeed.
This looks like it could take 4 months.
Yes.
I hope there's more shops I can stop on the way to
I'm
keep.
sure you will encounter some of my cousins.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what's your name, good sir, again?
My name is NPC _ merchant _ 0003 _. We did
Gotcha.
not have enough time to flesh out all of the names. So I am
You-
what they call a placeholder.
Placeholder.
That is why my face looks like shit.
So dramatic.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate the blessings and this list of obstacles I'm going to go through. And
Now-
refilling me
now-
on the ink.
Now I am fading. I must go now.
All right.
Good luck. Remember to buy the season pass for more content. You might unlock the color blue.
I thought he's gone. He's still talking. Don't worry. I'll buy it.
Get that season pass.
Remember to like it. Right.
I thought he died. He said he's fading off into the nether, and now he's still somehow the spirit's with us still.
Luckily, I was also cast as the narrator.
All right, good. Narrate your ass back to the front of the camera. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Now I'll just casually intro the show.
Is that gonna be the opener?
Hey. Yes, sirree. We hope you guys enjoyed that pitch for our upcoming game. Welcome to Price Check episode something. Don't remember.
No,
I think
say-
it's 6.
Price Check episode 77.
I have 4. He says 2. The guy in the sky says 6.
I
Yeah,
say
let's-
2 because our first episode was about Stray, which is a very good game.
I'm going with 77.
I said 6 because you guys told me it was all season 2.
Let's go ahead and call it episode 1432.
Welcome to Price Check.
Welcome to Price Check. Can we get a price check on what episode this is?
So
Frozen.
2.
Everyone
Get the
froze
barcode
me
in the
right
corner.
there, I'm not gonna lie.
Everyone froze me. Goddamn Discord.
Yeah, it's been weird tonight.
Wonky and bonky.
I'm not frozen.
No one's
Oh,
frozen
you are
anymore.
not. No.
I think I might have like a delay.
Maybe if I
on the
move really
video,
fast,
but-
I'll freeze.
Oh,
Oh, no, you're
unfortunately,
gonna
you can't
crash
beat
it.
The internet.
Also, that's how Tim fights.
Yeah.
So,
Sick
Just call it.
combos.
They call it the flaming walrus. Because I also go.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Tusk?
Tusk.
Yeah, it's
No.
directed by Kevin Smith. It's okay. Have you guys ever seen Human Centipede?
I don't want to
Yeah.
talk about it.
Okay,
Only
so
have heard about
imagine
it.
that, but instead of turning them into a centipede, he turns this dude into a walrus.
That sounds fun. I like going in the pool and being a walrus.
He doesn't attach the walrus to any other walruses, does he?
No, he actually makes a walrus suit for this guy, and then does a whole bunch of surgeries to make his hands and feet look like flippers. It's a wild movie. It was supposed to be a part of his Canadian trilogy, but Yoga Hosers just like literally shit itself, so that's why he never made the third one, which I wanted to see the third one, which was
Yoga
Moose
Hosers.
Jaws. And that's literally what it was going to be. It was going to be Jaws, but with a moose.
That sounds hype.
I know, but because Tusk did pretty okay, and then Yoga Hosers absolutely bombed.
Go, hoser.
Yeah, which is about little tiny Nazi sausage men.
What?
You say yoga hoser, and I imagine Canadian Dawson.
Yeah,
Yoga fire. Yoga hoser.
so he was gonna do Moose Jaws as the last one, and he was gonna call this his unofficial Canadian horror trilogy, but because that one did so bad, he never.
Moose
Which
Jaws.
I don't know why. I mean, I think Moose Jaws was gonna be a brilliant movie, no matter
That-
what. So
that-
How was
sounds-
Yoga Hosers?
it was
Yoga
pretty
Hosers.
bad.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there were some
Oh,
real
yeah.
hosers over. There was Brian. Yeah.
But
Oh, wait,
yeah,
now
it
I'm
was
frozen.
pretty bad.
Oh yeah. I'm
Oh,
frozen.
oh,
I'm
oh,
frozen.
yeah.
Oh,
We
oh,
got
yeah.
technical
Oh, yeah.
difficulties,
Oh,
don't you know?
technical difficulties on the court tonight. Oh yeah.
Oh,
It'll be a great night to get out there and go skate around on the ice. Yeah.
oh yeah. But
Okay,
yeah,
I think
so-
we're not frozen now. Yeah. Hopefully we
little-
aren't freezing on our Man in the Skies ender. That's gonna be real funny looking. Yeah.
that is going to be real funny looking. Perhaps thumbnail potential.
Oh yeah. Now I got to get out of Canadian speaking voice mode. You activated me. Now it's rough to get out of it. Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Oh dear. Oh boy. Well, I would pay like $100 to go see Moose Jaws.
I honestly would too. It would be so funny.
Who do you put in Moose Jaws? What's the ideal cast?
Mm,
He works with like the same people.
Yeah, he
this
does.
This is the dream team.
maybe he could get Ben Affleck again.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
As the
because they
Jaws?
they used to work together. They did Chasing Amy together.
Can we get Dwayne the Rock Johnson in Moose Jaws?
Yeah.
I think he'd be the one to come in and like wrestle the moose jaw down and be like,
Yeah.
"You're not
But-
gonna win."
Would that be that bait and switch though, where he'd end up getting killed by Moose Jaws?
Killing the Rock is a hard sell.
That is true.
Maybe he just gets
mean, it could
severely injured.
Yeah, it's like he goes,
Like, still
and
have
never
a big
comes
bite
back,
out of him.
Yeah.
and it's just they assume he's dead, but then like he pops up. We all thought you died. He's like,
A hand out
Where's-
of the grave.
well, I was gonna say that. Oh, there's some people around the corner. They offered me some hot chocolate, so I went to hang out with them.
There you go.
I was thinking he's in combat and then someone else shows up and sacrifices themselves so that he can win. You're in over your head.
Kevin Hart could stand in the way of that. Be
Yeah.
like, no, I'm gonna take the blast.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I would pay so much money to see this movie.
I would too. So yeah, it's really too bad. We'll probably never see it. So get hypes for Clerks 3.
Is that coming too?
Yeah, that one's his actual next movie he's making. I believe it comes out either late this year or early next year. It's coming real soon.
I'll enjoy Clerks.
I do enjoy Clerks. I don't know if that could work nowadays.
I didn't even know there was a Clerks too.
Oh, it's terrible.
Is it?
Yeah,
right,
it's
well,
really
so there's a
I
part
don't,
2.
I don't have to waste my time on it then.
Yeah, Kevin Smith's filmography is probably a hell of a roller coaster. I dare say in quality.
He's up here, or he's down here.
Well, because you
Well,
have like the height of like Red State and Clerks and Mallrats, and then it just significantly just goes back down, and then it comes back up with Tusk, and then it goes back down, and
So, can I tell you guys about my adventure today?
I would love to hear about this.
Okay, now
Did you have today
this is
off?
this is yeah. Now, okay, now try to follow me here, okay? So I went out and I came back home. What I did when I was out, completely not important. Came back home, took off my socks, went to go put them in the laundry basket, as you do with the socks. Put them in the laundry basket. Realized afterwards that it was the refrigerator and not the laundry basket. And thought, wow, I'm really dumb. And then I realized it's 100 degrees outside. Why don't I always put my socks in the refrigerator? $1 million invention right there. Refrigerator
Socks fridge?
socks.
A
Yeah,
little socks fridge?
yeah, socks fridge. A fridge for your socks. Keep them cool.
I mean, at that point, you just make it a little bit bigger. You can stick your undies in that bitch.
yeah,
And then put your shirt in there and your pants, and then before you know it, your whole wardrobe's in there.
the wardrobe, the cool wardrobe.
Or you just get yourself like the undies ice pack or something. Put that
The
bitch
undies
on.
ice pack.
You never overheat.
Does this have like a little blue ice just in the pocket?
I was
And you
thinking,
can put anything in there if you want.
yeah, you put it.
Put your
it
magic medallion in that bitch.
it would also make your junk look tremendous.
There's ice in there,
Yeah,
and it'll just
Yeah.
it make the only way it
It-
gets better if you put the ice undies on and you put yourself a nice pair of gray sweatpants. You know,
yeah,
the outline, bro.
In white
Great
tennis
sweat.
shoes.
great.
That-
sweatpants.
that, they're always looking for that outline. So
Yeah.
I could already see the ad. Is that the undie ice pack in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? It's the
Aw,
undie ice
yeah.
pack. Don't ever talk to me again, lady. And then you step armor,
boom, and she goes flying.
and then the ad is like, become the alpha with the undie ice pack. That's a
Oh,
kitty.
yeah.
Callie wanted to come on as a special guest.
Callie, what is your opinion on the undie ice pack? She seems in between.
I was gonna say she sounds speechless.
He just doesn't know what to say. He's just a little nervous.
Understandable.
And she wants more tummy rubs.
She heard Tony rub. She got excited.
She did. Because she's getting them right now.
Okay. So I also owe you guys an apology.
Who?
There's a few weeks ago, I said there would be an Arc System Works publisher sale during EVO. And DNF Duel would be on the sale. There was no publisher sale. DNF Duel did not go on sale. But I did also say it was a win-win because either it goes on sale or I'm a dumb bitch. And there we go. Also, worth noting, post Evo. So Guilty Gear would be sitting at about like 1,600 people on average online. DNF Duel is sitting around like 500 on average online.
Really?
Now there's 8,000 people on Guilty Gear and 200 on DNF Duel.
What?
Because proving the power of announcing things for your game. If you just release a fighting game, it just disappears into the nether. But Evo, did we all watch some part of Evo?
Yes.
I watched a little bit. I know you had permission to stream
I
Evo's
did have-
content.
I did have
So
permission.
I was watching your permission granted stream.
I mean, I like Callie's head is sticking out from where Anthony's camera is for me, and it looks really funny. Oh, now she's up. Yes,
She's settling
I-
into her couch.
I came home on Sunday in time for Tekken and watched I think it was like 11. I was watching Evo for like 11 hours because boy, do they run a lot of ads now.
Mm-hmm.
The Queen took over Evo in Sony, and everything goes so over time now. Apparently, Dragon Ball ended at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah,
The
I
day
think Dragon
before.
Ball's top 8 was like almost 4 hours long.
Yeah, yeah. The producer, I forget her name, Baroko, I think, maybe something like that, something with an H. She had to make her DBFZ rollback announcement at 2:00 in the morning. So then Strive was the last game Sunday night. Daisuke came out before the top 8 of Strive. He's like, yeah, Bridget's in the game. I'm going to bed. Screw you guys. I'm not staying up till not 2 a.m.
Smart man. Smart man.
Yeah, because Street Fighter took forever too.
Street Fighter, yeah, everything was so long. I'll just be slowly fading out of existence, just
Can
falling
I-
asleep. But then excitement would reel me back in. Yes, Anthony.
Can I interrupt real quick? Breaking news when it feels like breaking. Our intern
Breaking
has
news.
discovered a cold therapy socks foot ice pack with compression straps. He has posted in our Discord, the general.
Dang, they beat me to it.
Let me look. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
It
Now,
Ice
Now-
socks.
looks funky, but
now, Devin,
Cold
as a
therapy.
professional physical therapist, what is your take on this?
They're fantastic.
That's great, wonderful.
10 on 10 response.
We promised that he actually said that, and that was not just a recording of his voice.
yeah, it's on the very soundbite ish.
They're fantastic.
I
There it
love
is
it
again.
though.
Hit the same button twice.
Yeah, just keep hitting the button. Cold
Just keep-
compressions.
Players.
Oh, I'm freezing.
Do you have the socks on?
Yeah, my feet are feeling good. So, Brian, your boy was in Street Fighter top 8.
Yes, I am a big fan of Just a Kid. I think for obvious reasons.
What's the
If
name
you
of
guys,
Just a Kid? Who is he? Besides Just a Kid.
I honestly only
Like, is
know
he
him as
16?
Just a Kid.
Oh, that's his alias. All right. I thought it was
Yeah.
Just a Kid in top 8. Gotcha.
No, that's his alias. But what's funny is that in Street Fighter, his little tag in that is Just a Foot Lover.
Because he plays Jury.
Yeah. So yeah, I was all excited because obviously, if you guys check out our other videos on our channels, known as Quest for the Gold, where I play Jury to try and get gold rank in Street Fighter, obviously I follow pro Street Fighter Jury players, and then I discovered him, and I think he's probably like the top Jury. I mean, I would say so because he made it in the top 8, and he was the only one that played her. And so yeah, I was very excited to see him, except however, I think nerves might have gotten the best of him or something else. I'm not exactly sure cuz he got lit up pretty bad. Cuz was it Kawano that he played?
He played. No, he was in Losers. He played someone. Might have been Idom. No, I don't
No,
remember
it
who
wasn't
was.
Idom.
I can't remember. He played someone.
He did play someone.
He
but
played the person in Losers who wasn't Mr. Crimson or Idom.
Yep. And yeah, he got lit up. It didn't even he lost to 0-2. So I was a little sad, and the matches went really fast too. And I think that was because he was going full rush down and being super, super aggressive, and the guy that was playing against him was just taking full advantage of that. And then he wasn't hitting things right, and it was very interesting to see. But I do gotta say, he had a good attitude because he was talking about it today in one of his streams, and I watched just a little clip, and he's like, yeah, I looked kind of upset, but at the same time, like, I made top 8, and that's pretty sick to make it that far. So kudos for him for having a good attitude about it, and he's still so young too. So I think we'll probably see him there again. I feel like
Definitely. Now, do you think that if he watched Quest for the Gold, he would have won Evo.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, of course. Not even a question. So if you
Not a
wanna win
question at
so if you
all.
want to get into the Mandalay Bay Arena and win Evo, make sure you tune into Quest for the Gold.
Quest for the Gold.
get
Very fun
them-
show.
Get them hot tips, you know.
Hot
hot
I just
tips.
found out. I just found out you don't roundhouse sweep all the time.
There you go.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Oh, look at that. Hot tip right there.
You're gonna be
A
getting
little
all kinds of,
taste.
you're gonna be getting all kinds of hot tips.
But the overall take from Street Fighter Top 8, because that's what I watched the most, because I watched the whole thing with one of my buddies, and that was a lot of fun. I really liked it. A lot of good matches, too. We got to see Daigo play Turtle Guile, and he did not make it very far. He got knocked out of winners, and then lost after that.
Yeah, so Daigo lost to the people who got first and second. Also, Daigo is 41 years old and is still able to get top 8 winners in Street Fighter.
I
it's
did not
nothing.
know he was that old.
Yeah, he is truly he is the beast.
Wow. Yeah, that is super impressive to get that far.
Yeah, like all those guys are up there now.
Now, do you think he would have made it further if there wasn't so many rushdown characters? Because there was a lot of rushdown characters in this top 8.
I think it was just player matchup because when he played, Kawano was honestly playing just like an absolute beast. He was definitely winning that. But when he played Idom, it just like came down to the last game. And it was just he just guessed wrong.
Yeah. Shout out to Idom, by the way. He did awesome. I was rooting for him. Got second.
He did win the online Evo
Oh, he did?
last year.
Capcom Cup.
And he won Capcom Cup the last time it was offline in 2019. So
Oh,
yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about. Like potentially be able to win a Capcom Cup and an Evo.
yeah,
No one has done that in this game yet. I think
Yeah,
they said
because-
the last person was in 4, right?
yeah, it was Momochi when he was just destroying everyone that year. But yeah, he is the epitome of someone who has a character that meshes perfectly with the playstyle because he's very confident in his reads.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And that was kind of why he lost because the grand finals, spoilers, went last game, last round. And he
Oh,
just like
so
he-
hyped.
he got scared. He just stopped like being so aggressive, and that was it.
I mean, I couldn't imagine the nerves though. Like absolute last round, 10,000 people behind you.
And he came
And
all the way
then-
through losers.
Yeah, and then who knows how many people watching on streams?
Or wait, sorry,
Like-
we don't call it losers bracket now. It's called the learners bracket.
A learner's
You're learning.
bracket. There you
Lower bracket.
The learners bracket. Now, learners bracket cracks me up.
go.
That's good.
That's funny. Well, what's it called? Like I haven't watched Evo. Oh, I don't know if I watched it since 4, but what from my time playing in Evo and 4 was like everyone. There was like 3 or 4 characters played. Watching the top 8, I saw very rarely saw double characters.
Yeah, really, the only one was Rashid, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's 2 Rashids. Oh yeah, that's who Just a Kid lost to. He lost to Oil King. Oil King.
Yeah,
played
Oil
Seth.
King. That's right.
Oil King
Yeah.
played Seth. There we go. We figured it out.
Like-
Good job, Anthony.
You're welcome. But like I
Which
said,
we
it
were
was,
thinking was a counter pick to Jury.
Yeah, Oil King just plays Seth now for the
Oh,
most
does
part.
he? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. See, when we were watching it, we were thinking that the Seth in particular was a counter pick because Seth can get around a lot of that rush down.
So the favors in the matchup favors in Seth's corner, or
Probably.
Yeah.
like 4-6 or 6-4 or 7-3.
We
I
don't need
think
to talk
probably
about my height.
What? No.
more
wish
like a
it was 7'3".
6'4".
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not doable. Not doable. It's doable. There it is.
Oil King also was like wearing swim trunks, so he was very comfortable.
He had comfy
He's-
advantage.
He's been
He's just-
on main stage a lot, so
You knew what was up. Was this just kids first main
oh
stage?
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I think he came during the online era. So
He's a pretty new player.
the post-COVID online era.
Mhm.
Yep.
or present COVID, I guess.
But
That
hey,
was
at least we got a live Evo this year.
Yeah, Live Evo was awesome. That was another big thing. Was there's like 20 something Japanese players signed up for Guilty Gear. I think 3 of them came because the COVID cases in Japan are so out of control that just a lot of them didn't even want to come.
That's fair. A lot of people went to that convention as a whole.
But yeah, all the Evo stuff was great. Other than they announced it, everyone thought they're like, all right, it's finally time for Tekken 8. No, they just announced another season of Tekken 7, and everyone's like,
Okay, so I have one question about that. So why do you think we saw the old PS1 cutscene and the stupid smile, and then it cuts to new Kazuya,
Yeah.
right? I'm not as
Yeah.
familiar with Tekken, so
so
is that a remake?
the PS1, if we wanted to combine it, it's like maybe they're gonna make a like reboot Tekken, like next gen console reboot Tekken.
That was
Just
my
call- and just
first
call it
thought.
Tekken.
Yeah.
I see the PS1 cutscene, and the only thought that goes through my head is haha, funny cutscene. But yeah, the Kazuya thing was definitely like, okay, I guess they're gonna announce Tekken 8 at some point during this world tour then. Because it said get ready for the next battle or whatever.
It did, yeah. And then he looked not Tekken 7 graphics either.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it to me, it came off as like, hey, we're sort of announcing a remake. Because wasn't 7 technically the last one in like story terms?
I have no idea what the story of Tekken is.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you that there's a stage with penguins on in Tekken 5 that I like, and there's a stage with sheep
Yeah.
on in Tekken 6 that I like.
Mhm.
And I could definitely say I've been dabbling in Tekken because that was the only thing I got during this little fighting game sale that Steam had. That was worthwhile.
Dabble.
Yeah, so I like it. It's a lot of fun. It's super complex though.
Yeah,
So I'm just kind of
my-
pressing buttons right now.
my experience with Tekken was I basically only played 2D fighters and Soul Calibur. So my experience with Tekken was I was like okay at Tekken, like just based on fundamentals. Then I played my friend who's very, 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 very good at Tekken, has been playing it for like 20 years, who just beat my ass for like months straight and would just like tell me stuff. And then I got to almost the highest rank online. So
Oh,
There you go.
accelerate the learning process. Find someone who's better than you. Find someone who's the same level as you, and find someone who's way better than you, and train with both.
I got some questions about possible games that no one has mentioned. See what's going on with these guys. Is Virtual Fighter still a thing?
Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, I think, has a tour.
Has his own tour.
It's
Direct
actually a
sequel?
very good game. So they put it for free on PSN last year, and a shit ton of people were playing it. Like, you know, so many people were playing it because it was just free to download and play. But
Okay.
there was this huge meme of they didn't use rollback netcode. They didn't use delay netcode. They had their own netcode that they made called something stupid. And they're like absorb netcode or something, I think. And they're like, it's gonna be even better than rollback. Guess what? It sucked ass. Unless someone lived very close to you, it was terrible. So that it dropped off pretty hard. But again, it was
Everyone
another game that was
fleed.
like, it was another game that just comes out and it's just, this is the game. You can play online. That's pretty much it. So casual
right.
people won't really stick around.
Well, I never dabbled in Virtual Fighter, but I know it's been a name for a little bit, been around for a while. This one I did play a little bit. Dead or Alive? Is that still being
Dead or
featured
Al-
anywhere?
So DOA 6, I think the general consensus is it's actually like a pretty good fighting game, but it has very bad online, and not a lot of people play it other than haha boobies.
That's the
But-
only draw of that game.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like it's DOA games are honestly kind of pretty fun because of the counter system. Like it's just fun to just play rock, paper, scissors, basically. And Hayabusa has an Azuna drop, and who doesn't enjoy a good Azuna drop? But yeah, it's kind of DOA is kind of, I think whenever they do have tournaments for it though, it does have kind of a good prize pool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Team
got the
Tech,
big
Team
booby
Tech
money.
mode giving good money. Team Tecmo? Team Ninja?
Team someone.
Team someone.
DOA.
Team- yeah,
Team
yeah.
Team
Yeah.
Tatas.
It
Yeah,
is
was
free
that-
to play.
It is?
Yes,
6?
but it's monetized to hell and back.
They know
Like
their
there
audience.
is no tomorrow. It is monetized. Because I pulled it up on Steam and there's like over 100 DLC.
Yeah,
and it's
they know
all
you-
costumes.
they know their audience, to say
That's
the
how you
least.
get your money.
They definitely,
if,
they
like,
definitely know.
If video games start turning into mobile games where you play one round, no, you gotta watch a video,
Yeah, because
or-
it's like you can download it
then
for
there's
free.
an issue.
You can download it for free, and you have like some amount of characters, or there's like a
There's sort of
version
a,
you can buy with everyone. Let's
Yeah.
see, I'm looking at the Steam reviews. There's an ASCII art image of a butt in a bikini. So
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
that
that
sums
seems
it up
like-
pretty well.
yeah, that seems like that's a pretty good summary right there. Ninjas and booties. There you go.
Ninjas and booties.
And that
doesn't-
one time Master Chief was a crossover character.
And there was Master Chief.
And DOA?
Yes.
Yeah,
Really?
Wasn't it 4 or was
was
it
the-
3?
I think it might have been 3. It was the one, because it was one that was only on Xbox.
Right, and it was early one too.
Let me check my thoughts really quick. Let me think about it really hard. Master Chief in Dead or Alive. Not using
Give him
Google,
your
just
thinking power.
thinking about it. Barton 458 is an unlockable character from Dead or Alive 4.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Now I'm caught up on Virtua Fighter and DOA. Cool.
Yes. Also, there was no Project L announcement.
Nope.
It's still complete radio silence on that front. So they were not kidding when they said we are just going to work on this game. You are not going to hear from us much.
Well, points for honesty, because I know I'm kind of getting a little sick of everyone announcing years in advance.
And oh yeah, this is something I can talk about. Capcom's accidental leaking, which this time might have actually been an accident, because they have in the past accidentally leaked something and they're like, and then a second announcement. Whoa! So I thought they were doing that again. So it's like they played the Kimberly. This is on my stream too. They played the Kimberly and Jury trailers, and I'm like, whoa! It's the characters that got accidentally leaked.
Oh,
Wouldn't it be crazy if they announced another character and they didn't? I'm like, oh, Capcom Germany might have actually just messed up and accidentally leaked it. Whoops. Capcom Germany's like, what is a time zone? I do not understand the time zone. Yeah, so that was but yeah, Jury and Kimberly. Kimberly looks hella fun, I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, she
And
does.
Jury looks like Jury. So
So I didn't catch much of the video, but I saw a little bit of Kimberly's movement. She kind of reminds me a little bit
she
of
is
Ibuki.
she is Guy. She is
Yeah, I was
literally Guy.
hoping you were gonna say
Okay.
Guy, because she's actually a student of his.
If we use
But she
the
does dress like Guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
we-
It's very
if we use
very
the
Guy-ish.
if we use the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite terminology, she is the Guy function.
Yes.
yeah.
but she
Okay,
looks so fun to use.
Yeah, she is currently the character I will be playing, but we'll see how long that lasts. Because every character I'm just like, that character looks sick. That character looks sick. That character
Mhm.
looks sick.
Has Kimberly been in any other fighters?
That is a
No, she-
negative Ghost Rider.
So first,
Brand new.
first appearance in the SF. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jury's intro scene was really sick. She's on the motorcycle.
Oh, it was so sick.
And if you were wondering if Capcom is aware, they literally just like zoom in on her feet for no reason. And I think her
Oh, they
super
knew what they were
also-
doing.
They're super also like you get right up in the big toe. You got all kinds of big toe action. So Capcom became very aware of their interesting fan base.
And I was not expecting.
Okay,
I was worried that she wasn't going to be in this one.
Brian held the end. I thought he was like, I was nutting.
I mean,
I was concerned for a second.
he's not
was
going to
left
admit that, but
speechless because this was a big deal. Because I was definitely a little worried she was not going to be in the game at all, and mainly because of timeline reasons, since this comes after 3. And so, it was when they showed the second announcement, because I was like, "Oh, Kimberly looks sick," And then I was like, is there another one? And then it, then it does the something wicked this way comes. And I was just like, oh, no way. And then I saw that purple and black. And then she has that motorcycle. And then we get to see her fight. And she's got her Feng Shui engine back. And she actually looks like a lot more of 4, but she has some of her moveset from 5. So it kind of looks like they just took the 2 versions of her and just meshed them together. And then like her facial animations look so much better. And then I love that the meme right now is that she kills somebody and then shit posts on Twitter because she pulls out her phone when she was sitting on Jamie.
Oh yeah.
After her cool, which I'm thinking is the super.
Yeah, that's definitely the super.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and
probably
then
that's probably her level 3 super while on, because the level 3 super gets stronger when you're under 20% or 30%. I forget which. It's probably that version.
Yeah. So I was so excited. I mean, we definitely know who I'm playing, and Capcom technically announced another thing as well, because without realizing that they also announced Quest for the Gold Season 2 for Street Fighter 6.
Quest for the Gold Season 2.
Yeah, let's go.
Or maybe the ranks will have weird names. It might be Quest for the Archipelago Architect.
Yeah, it'll be whatever the rank names is, but technically it'll be a Quest for the Gold Season 2 because I am so hyped for this game.
The eggplant.
Yes, Quest for the Eggplant with the feet attached.
Yeah. Yeah, we can put the eggplant in between the feet. That's the thumbnail.
Perfect.
Yeah, so it was unfortunate that I saw the Capcom, because it was like Capcom Germany tweeted out and then delete it, but since I'm in like some fighting game Discords, of course, when I check Discord at work and I just see like all these people like, oh, they leaked Kimberly and Jerry, they leaked Kimberly and Jerry, yeah, so it's like, I wish I never saw that because then it would have been way more exciting. But I did enjoy getting the meme about like, oh, they're gonna announce a 3rd character. Wouldn't that be crazy? And then they didn't. I'm like, Capcom Germany actually messed up.
Well, I know I kept seeing a lot of people thinking that it was going to be Cammy. A lot of people were convinced it was going to be Cammy. And I'm actually kind of shocked that we've only have Ryu and Chun so far of the original characters. So I don't know if they're I think they're probably purposely holding off on them just to get it more hyped the closer it gets. But
you wanna bring the recognizable characters back as the game gets closer to release, to bring back all the nostalgic people.
Yeah, the Street Fighter 2 people.
Yeah, all the people that are like, oh, I remember playing that character when I was 7 years old at my laundromat.
Do you think all those guys are going to make it, or do you think some of them are going to be because of the timeline?
I think every character will be into some capacity.
Okay, whether they're actually playable or not.
I think all of the World Warriors will be playable, and if somehow one of them isn't, it'll be another version of them. But I think it'll just be all the original SF2 characters will be in for sure.
Okay.
Well, by the time we get to SF7, there'll be 75 players, pickable players, and 6. So,
and that would be probably like 2040 something.
Yeah. And look forward to 2040 when I'm like 60 years old and we're on Quest for the Gold 4.
Yep.
And my commentary is now just bitter and back in my day, we didn't have robot hands that just did the inputs for you.
It'll be like, God damn it. Another video, here we go, and he still hasn't got to gold yet.
Here we go.
There might also be a little side series that might be appearing monthly between 2 competitors.
Ooh.
2 warriors of the world, you know?
Yeah. I got called out. I'm going to need to defend my honor.
That was a little cooking action. Nothing cooked me harder than Evo. Let's go over this. DNF Duel, not on sale. No announcements. Which, how is there no announcement for the game came out 2 months ago? Maybe they're waiting for Arc Revo because it wasn't an official Evo game, which now I'm thinking that is actually the reason DNF Duel wasn't an Evo. I was like, so do you have announcements? No.
And
they're like, okay, you're out. So, but Dungeon Fighter Online has so there's 16 or 14 classes, and then all the classes have a bunch of awakenings, which is what the characters in the game are, is awakenings of those characters. Like Ghostblade and Berserker are both part of Slayer. So you already have 80 characters. Literally the DLC is there. It's you just take that and then put it over here. Because I played Dungeon Fighter Online for a little bit until my account got randomly banned for no reason, which apparently happens a lot. I was playing Dragon Knight, and I was like, that moves in Dungeon Fighter Duel, that moves in Dungeon Fighter Duel, that moves in Dungeon Fighter Duel, that moves in Dungeon. It's like literally just everything is so recognizable. And they just announce nothing at all.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe they're saving it for that one.
But there is
Waiting
a
for the right
tournament.
time.
There will be a tournament that will be going on the weekend after this gets uploaded. So maybe, and it's the first Arc Revo tournament. So maybe they'll actually announce a character, and then the player base will come out of the abyss.
Do you think it'll be at next year's Evo?
The way it's looking, definitely not. But if they
God
actually
damn,
start
there goes
making DLCs,
There goes my hot take.
time for Anthony's hot take.
Well, my hot take a week ago was that because you've been practicing your ass off in DNF Duel, and you're a great fighting game player, anyways, you were going to get top 8. I had you. That's why I was going to buy the fucking backpack cooler to keep you hydrated, keep snack packs on, so you can only focus on the fight.
That's true.
But now, there goes my hot take. I'm saving $80 now. God damn it.
I am very good at partaking in the games that are tools to beat ass.
It's okay.
That's the
I
next
can
point, dude.
use your little snack pack for when I get top 8 in Street Fighter 5 and 6.
I know. at
5
least-
and you can play both of them?
Yeah, I'll fucking play both of them. Jury's in both of them. I gotta play both of
Street
them.
Fighter 5 is not going to be an Evo next year. That's for sure.
That's going to be
I
a
can't-
sight.
Street Fighter 5 is gone.
He's going
I
to
sure
he's
want
going to
it
get
to
invited
be.
to a shady
have-
room like
I have
before.
yeah, he's going to be in the bathroom playing some Street Fighter
Yeah, it's going to be in the
It's
hell
just
capsule.
about to say that. It's
to
going to
the
be in
Melty
the
Blood
other
setup.
bathroom.
next to the Melty Blood setup. He's just like, yo, can I play in the stall? I gotta drop a deuce right now.
No, we're top 8 right now.
Come on,
Go
bro.
use Melty Blood's bathroom.
Yeah, they don't care. They're used to it.
But I'm
So-
sure the convention smelled a lot better without Smash there.
Nah, fighting game players still smell.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There was like I
Just
think
walks
the,
by it.
Bad.
the attendees. So Guilty Gear Strive is like insanely popular, like one of the best selling fighting games ever. That isn't like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. So a lot of people came to Evo just for Guilty Gear. There was like 7,000, I think, attendees at Evo this year, and at 2019 there was 10,000 something. Now, of course, with COVID, that number is probably a little lower, but
Right.
that kind of puts into perspective how big Smash is. That was that much of a drop off.
Wow.
All right.
Well, I
so,
mean, a lot of the Japanese players didn't come over.
yeah, that's like a couple hundred. I'm just saying, like, even if we take into
We
consideration,
have 2
like,
billion people on that country.
not all of them play fighting games.
Are you sure? I've seen videos.
That's true. Just
Sitting
fly
at
out
the
womb-
cabinets with a
fly out the-
cigarette.
They just fly out the womb. At the arcade cabinet with a cigarette. Just
Just
doing-
start pounding away.
Yeah, they're playing CBS2, painting the fence with bison. Just
100%, dude.
yeah. Okay, so we have number 1, DNF Duel. No announcements. Did not go on sale. Number 2, no Street Fighter 6 beta announced.
Nope.
Number 3, what else did I say that was just horribly wrong? I can't. I don't know. I can't think of it. It'll come to me at some point though.
There's one I
But,
do want to add to that
Yes.
that I noticed. So, with the permission that you got from Evo to display or
Information.
the permission to show the content that he was showing, he was streaming some content from. There was a show match, Labeef or Latif on this Latif versus
Hotashi.
Hotashi, and it was like it was a game like first to 10, and then they swapped it
First to 15.
first to 10, then they went to 15, right?
No, it was,
So
it
let's
was
go 5
the
more.
The first set was originally first to 15.
First
So,
to 15, and it went down to the wire 14-14, and Labeef,
that was crazy. I was losing my
fucking-
mind.
yeah, won bonkers and won it the last round. So the end score was 15-14. So every round possible played, and they were going to run it back. And then before things started to get going again, fucking the net in the room goes, or the power went out, and so
Yeah,
everything
the
shut
outlet
down.
Exploded.
Yes, like something happened, and at the same time, this whole time this happening, Zeke's like, my bladder is getting destroyed. He didn't go to the restroom. And finally, once the power went out, he went to the restroom, but for like
Yeah.
that set, the 29 match set, fucking, he was there the whole time, just
I was
like, I gotta
invested.
go. He started
It was
dancing
such-
because he just to make sure.
It was such a good set because they went last game, last round, both characters one touch from death. It was just super close the whole way. It was like they were both playing super well because that's the thing with some of these long sets is like one guy will not be playing that great or they'll both not be playing that great. But they were both like so on point.
Mhm.
And then of
It
course,
was crazy when he was telling me it was the first to 15. I'm like, who's gonna sit there? That sounds like a 3-hour match. And he's like, matches are on like 20 seconds.
yeah,
And the motherfucker was right. Like, I was watching and it was like, you got 99 seconds in the round. And the next thing it's over with 83 seconds left.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what's going on here?
Yeah, because Latif is an old school Zato player, and Zato is made of paper. And Hotashi plays Nagaryuki, who hits like an absolute truck. But Zato has a puppet. He's a puppet character, so he has a shadow named Eddie. So Zato has like insane mix-ups and also does a ton of damage. So it's just you just explode. Like both characters just explode because both characters don't have good defensive options or anything. So it's just a bloodbath. Some of the games, not rounds, were over in like 20 seconds.
So where might one find permission granted footage of this?
So you might find permission granted footage of this at twitch.tv/IFCYipes.
Because I really want to check this out now.
It is amazing. But and I said at the end of it, I'm like, there's no way the top 8 is going to be this good. Now, the top 8 was very good, but there's a certain character in Guilty Gear Strive named Happy Chaos. I don't know if you were still here for this, Anthony. Did you see any Happy Chaos?
So yes, I watched a good portion. I was with in your stream for most of the time, and I watched a good portion of top 8 for Guilty Gear. Yeah, Happy Chaos. That I don't know the guy who played him, but the person that played him, but he ended up winning the whole thing.
Yeah. So Umi Sho is a American player, plays Happy Chaos, and this character is like busted. Happy Chaos just got nerfed too, so it used to be even crazier.
Oh,
But the way Happy Chaos works is basically you can like he has a gun. All right. So if you have a gun, that's buff. It's like the meme in Street Fighter. It's like give T-Hawk a gun, give Zangief a gun. So this dude has a gun, and he can just like shoot the gun at will while doing other stuff. So he can just sit there and just zone you out and then rush you down. He can like roll through you and shoot his gun when he rolls through. He can overhead you and shoot his gun. Every hit confirm is like full screen corner carry, wall break, 70% damage. So this character is just nuts, like nuts to butts. But Umi Sho is also a freaking beast. So it was just like every match, they just looked unbeatable. It was crazy, but it was still a pretty good top 8.
Character Happy Chaos. I was noticing when he would get jumped in on and then would shoot, and you would see the crosshair. Does the crosshair automatically go on the character, or do you gotta adjust it?
So the tracks, and so he throws this little orb too. It's like this little blue orb, and if the orb lands, it's like an unblockable attack. It doesn't do damage or anything. But if the orb lands, they get cursed, and then that's what this blue aura will appear on them. And when they're cursed, the crosshair like tracks instantly, basically. But otherwise, it takes like a little while to lock on, so you can kind of maneuver around it. But if you're cursed, you're just toast. And when he throws the curse orb, he also steps back, so it's like really hard to deal with it at all. And then he also has a decoy of himself that he can put out that absorbs a hit. So it's just like decoy, which makes him jump back, throw the orb, which makes him jump back, shoot some bullets, reload the gun. Because he's supposed to be balanced around having to reload the gun and having the focus gauge, which is the focus gauge is what is the tracking thing. But he can get focus and bullets back. So he's like, if people are really good with Happy Chaos, that it's like not even an issue for them.
I was gonna say because it felt like they never missed that shot when you went to go for the jump in.
Yeah, like I can assure it's not as easy. Like Happy Chaos is busted, but you have to be really good with the character. It's not just like it's not like it's not like playing like Street Fighter 4 Sagat, where it's just like you have the God normal and God Fireball and everything does 50%. Just win forehead. It's actually like it requires a lot of effort because it's very easy to mess up and like run out of bullets or run out of focus, and then you just get rushed down and die. And then the Tekken top 8 which is the other one I watched.
Yes. How did Tekken go? I
Tekken
didn't
is-
really
me
catch
that.
any of
I
it.
always love
neither.
watching Tekken, but it's only when there's international competition. There's something with international competition in Tekken, and the commentators for Tekken are always great. That just makes it so exciting. So the storyline lately has been like the Pakistani players are just unstoppable. Like ever since they started showing up, like Arslan Ash and all these guys are just like unstoppable machines of Tekken. And Arslan Ash is the guy who beat, I think he beat Nee. I think it was Nee also when Arslan won in 2019. So Nee was here again, and if you don't know, Nee is like the super old school, like the oldest of old school Tekken players, and his name is Nee because he used to play Brian Fury, who has this technique called a taunt jet upper, which starts with a knee. And if you do it correctly, it's basically an unblockable, but it's like super hard to do. So he just made his name after that technique, basically. He doesn't play Brian anymore, but he's literally the highest rank in Tekken is Tekken God Prime, and he is literally that rank with every single character in the entire game. So he's
Ooh.
pretty good at Tekken.
Wow.
Very
But this guy,
versatile.
Nee could not beat Arslan Ash or like the Pakistani players. So that was like the thing going into the top 8 is like Arslan Ash, and then there was another Pakistani player. I forget what his name was, but I think he played Geese. And so Arslan was already in loser's side. I don't remember who he lost to. Nee was in winners, and Nee was playing Feng Wei, who is like not really considered like a super strong character anymore. But Nee was just playing like a beast the whole top 8. And there was no American players, only one European player in the top 8. Otherwise, it was just Korea, Japan, and Pakistan. And
Wow.
Nee was just like, so we did not get the rematch of Nee versus Arslan Ash because Arslan lost to the other Pakistani player in losers finals. But like the way Nee was playing was like actually unbelievable how perfectly he was playing. And it was really, really good. Like even if you don't really like watch fighting games that much, it's really easy to just watch them and be like, this is amazingly entertaining.
I totally see why people like watching Tekken because I feel like that's probably one of the more popular ones
Yeah.
to
like,
watch, and it's super hype.
Yeah, especially with like the slow-mo and everything they have for the spectator experience, and like rage drives, you get that sound effect of like and then it does the zoom in, or like the
Yeah.
zoom in on counter hits where it's like that dude just got the shit punched out of him. They have a
And
lot
then-
of little things for the spectator experience.
They do, and then the juggling is really exciting to watch.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm not even super into Tekken, but I'm like, I've always tried to check out at least a few matches here and there.
Yeah, and then they have Tekken 7 has a lot of guest characters, which is something more games need to do. Like guest characters get a lot of excitement because like that's Akuma from Street Fighter, that's Geese from King of Fighters, that's Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. Like what the hell?
Negan from Walking Dead.
Yeah, Negan from The Walking Dead. Like you don't really see those characters. Like you see Akuma and Geese all the time, but the other characters don't see that much. But it gets people interested in the game because it's like, I like that thing. Let me check this out.
Mhm.
And yeah, and of course Tekken has the like everyone played Tekken 3 on the PS1 of our
yes.
of our generation. Like everyone played
Yeah.
some Tekken 3 on the PS1. So it's
First
like,
name that comes to mind is Eddie Gordo.
yep, Eddie Gordo. Eddie Gordo. Everyone had that friend who just played Eddie and did nothing but push the circle button.
It's a goddamn capoeira. Too powerful.
Yeah.
Was there did you catch any King of Fighters?
King of Fighters happened before I got home, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently the way they've been balancing King of Fighters 15 is very weird, I guess. Where it's like, so you have like, let's just say there's the top tier, the mid tier, the bottom tier, and basically how the patches work is it just does this,
Just
and then the mid tier stays the same. So there's like a meme now that it's like just play a respectable mid tier and you'll be good. If you play the top tier, you're gonna get nerfed into the ground soon.
yeah.
So, like-
you
like
never
one
have
of
to
the
worry about a buff or nerf.
Yeah, so like one of the characters I always play in KOF is Kula, the little ice skating girl. And she was like considered very weak for 15. And then I'm looking at like the EVO results, and all you see is people's point character, Kula, 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 Kula. And it's like, looks like Homegirl got buffed. But that kind of like confirmed the theory for me. So
And then
But-
she will probably be promptly nerfed here soon.
But I think the grand finals was like two OG Taiwanese players, ZJZ. I think ZJZ won, and I forget who got second. But yeah, KOF is also always a great watch. I'll probably watch that again at some point.
I only ended up watching just the grand finals, but the Skullgirls grand final was pretty good. That was Sonic Fox and Wawa.
Sonic Fox and To Kill Sage.
To Kill
Wawa's
Sage?
the DBFZ player.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I got those mixed up because I also watched the DBZF grand finals too. But yeah, the Skullgirls was really hyped to watch.
Yeah. Skullgirls is another game that's really fun to watch because it's basically Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So it's like when you see a character get hit, that's the combo isn't the end of the story because at the end of this combo, there's going to be some insane reset that you don't know what side it's going to be on, if it's going to be high or low.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just crazy.
And I can't believe it's still around.
Oh, yeah. People still love Skullgirls is one of the games that does really well with, like, they keep pumping out new characters. They have great music. The game is cheap.
Yes, it is.
People love the character design, so it's been like respectably popular ever since it came out.
Well, and then they announced or showed gameplay of one of their new characters. I think her name was Black Dahlia.
Yeah,
she looked really fun to play.
They just keep adding characters, and
just
all the characters are super unique. Yeah, they're doing. See, that's how this is how we make a thing where it's like what not to do when you release a fighting game, and you put DNF Duel. What to do when you release a fighting game? Skullgirls.
All right, I got some more questions on some terms I kept hearing that I'm not familiar with, and you're the right person to ask. So I kept hearing 6P.
Yes.
What is 6P?
All right, so if you have a numpad on your keyboard, this is really easy to explain. If you don't have a numpad on your keyboard, imagine a numpad. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So basically, in anime games, everything gets notated we call it numpad notation. So 6 is just forward, or like a Hadouken motion would be 2, 3, 6, because it's easier than saying like quarter circle forward. And then the buttons in Guilty Gear are punch, kick, slash, and heavy slash, and dust. So P is punch, K is kick, S is slash, HS is heavy slash, D is dust.
That's what I thought.
So,
because I kept hearing 6P and then 2S.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just 2S. Is one on top or the bottom?
Turning. One is on the bottom. One is the bottom left. 9 is the top right.
All right. So it just sounds like ducking S. Okay.
Yes, the angry ducking S.
The ducking S.
The angry duck S.
All right. S. What was S again? Slice.
Slice. Yeah, slice of pizza. It's actually slash, but we're gonna call it slice now. I like slice.
All right. So the ducking slice.
The duck slice.
The duck slice. Okay, yeah, perfect.
Classic. That's Anthony's. When we all become pro wrestlers, that's definitely the ducking slice is definitely one of Anthony's finishes. Anthony, what does the ducking slice look like, Anthony?
Oh, I feel like
crouch down, give a nice like cross chop.
I don't know if
I feel like for sure
that's the thing.
I feel like for sure it's one of the ones where you have like a whole like taunt you do before it. Like I feel like it's you like knock them down, and then you like get up, you like look around the crowd, and then you're like stand there, and then you like crouch down, you're like, and the crowd starts to get hype. The ducking slice, and then you like bounce off the ropes a couple times. And what do you do when you make contact with the opponent?
You quack, of course.
Or they quack.
They croak.
They go, oh, and you go, quack.
Quack. Is that your move? Is it just the slice, or do you do like, is that like a grapple? I feel like you have to do some kind of grapple.
So it's like a power, like a power slam. Yeah, power slam. A body slam to get them on the ground, and then you do the motion. So the motion, the was the duck and slice. The duck slice is the motion.
The ducking slice.
And then you give them you drop the quack on them. All right, so yeah, here he is. He's like you motion saying the quack's coming. The duck slice. No. And you do hit the ropes, and then you do like a butt slam, but we call it the quack.
The quack. That makes the quack. You have like you have like a little like whoopee cushion, but it goes quack instead of making a fart noise.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Right?
Put Anthony in that AEW fighting game that's coming out.
The old champ fight forever when I'm in the ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta work on
Yes.
it. I gotta add more moves. Hold on.
Yeah. We need to all.
Oh, maybe we should call the quack attack. Just start stealing
Oh,
fucking. Just start stealing Mighty Duck terms.
Yeah. Yeah, just casually, because everyone loves the Mighty Duck.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
I
love
I
Mighty
can wear my
Ducks.
jersey out to the ring,
Yeah,
bro.
you can wear
Your
the jersey
onesie?
out to the-
No, no. I have a
We
Mighty
definitely-
Ducks jersey.
Bro, if we wore onesies in hockey, I would have a lot more welts. That would hurt. I would be in severe pain. It already hurt even with all the pads. If I'm wearing a onesie, I'm not. I won't be able to walk.
So hold on. I wear the Mighty Ducks jersey, but sleeveless. You know,
Yeah,
and then just start fucking. All my moveset names are going to be like something with the duck or
yeah,
the bird or something.
yeah. Your entrance, you can teach people how to properly lift the duck. We can have a duck. You just come out and just like lift the duck.
Lift the duck.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm thinking like a Lion King thing. Yeah.
Get ready for the quack attack.
All right. Yeah. I get on the top rope and just start doing this.
Yeah.
Quack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just everyone in this. All the audience are quacking with me.
Yeah.
That's my
And
my Hulk up. You know, instead of like when Hulk goes, I start going quack quack, and everyone feeds
Yeah.
me. I just get hyped, and then I just come powerful. Just give them the ducking slicer.
Dude, that was great. We're gonna need to all come up with wrestling themes for ourselves.
There it is.
We did also have to continue the tale of Jonathan Baker, but I think we're gonna save that one for next week.
Ooh, cliffhanger.
Yeah, we'll
Johnny Bakes.
we'll cliffhanger action.
Mhm.
Do we get? We need to talk about the. So there was a Halo 2 challenge issued by Mr.
Oh, yes.
Critical, who
Yes.
I have loved on YouTube for like the past 12 years. Excellent videos, fun tactics, still hilarious. So there was this Halo 2 challenge that has never been completed except for a guy who cheated, so it was never completed.
They
Which
say
is
he cheated.
no, it was back in the day, like a long time ago. If you look,
Okay.
if you look it up, there's a guy who claimed to have done it in like 2005 or 6, but it turned out that he like spliced runs together, like people figured it out.
hmm
But it was actually completed by someone. And what this challenge is, it's Halo 2 on Legendary, solo, one life, all schools on except for Envy, because Envy makes the game easier. And so for the past like, how long has Halo 2 been out? 20 years? 18 years? Something like that?
22.
2000 was it 2002 or 2004? I can't even.
2004.
It's been out about as long as Devin's been out.
Because the first one
2004.
was 01.
Yeah.
And then so I think 2 was 04.
All right. So
November
we're
9, 2004.
all right, we're gonna
Because then
lock in.
3 was 07.
We're locking in 04.
Yeah.
So,
So
no
18
one had,
years.
no one had ever done this. So Critical put out like, if you can stream this, $20,000, and someone who is grind like ever since this was issued, I think he put out the challenge like 3 months ago or 2 months ago or something. So there's been a bunch of people just like grinding it out, but someone finally did it after like 400 or 500 something hours,
Jeez.
and it's
Didn't-
crazy.
Didn't he put out the challenge and like no one can do it? And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna up it.
Yeah,
the
I think he
price
put it
pool.
out. I think he put it out to 10K, and then he was like, I didn't realize how hard it was, and he made it 20K. And yeah, and like watching this run, the guy's Twitch name is Javelin. I think it's JAH, something like that.
J.
Let me see. I can look at
Jervalin.
it. It's Jervalin. That's what it is. Jervalin. Yeah. So, yeah, watch it's crazy. I'm like, I would be so stressed out. If I had the ability to lose hair, I'd be losing hair.
Mm-hmm.
So some of those missions, the thing that's messed up about it too is like the hardest part is like 70% of the way into the game. It's not even like the end or the beginning. So even when you finish the hardest mission of the game, you still have a lot to do and it's all very easy to mess up. And then also there's hilarious clips of him just getting screwed over by the game, like he just falls through the world randomly one time,
Oh,
or like a back smack doesn't register, and it's
Dang.
pretty great. But yeah, someone did it.
that's so
So
impressive.
props to him.
So how long was the speed run? Was it 3 hours, 4 hours?
I think it was like 4, 5, 6 hours, something like that.
Okay.
6.5 from the looks of
Yeah.
it, because there's the like final shot, and it says 6:29:44 on his timer above his screen.
6:29:44.
Dang.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
You know how much how angry I would be if I'm like, all right, cool, one more stage and then you die. It's
yeah.
like, no.
Oh,
I'm
imagine
going
like
to bed.
one more stage, a game crashes.
Yeah, some night the power goes out or something. Some out of your control.
Now, was he allowed to play MCC Halo 2, or did he
Yeah,
have to
so-
play old Halo 2?
So you could play either of them. The thing is, playing MCC, it's harder because the frame rate is higher, so the enemies shoot more. Because it's one of the games where things are tied to the frame rate.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do it in old Halo 2, you have to unlock all the skulls each time.
Oh, that's
So
right. Yeah.
it's like pick your poison.
Right. Dang.
But yeah, it was
nuts.
it was crazy. It was sick. I think anything else we want to hit?
No, the big ones for me was Evo this week. A lot of fun watching Evo here and there, and then watching the top 8. That was a lot of fun. And then, of course, getting my announcement of Jury. That was definitely the highlight of the show.
Yeah, look
For
forward
me.
look forward to seeing us at Evo next year. Also, don't forget to vote for Brian's tattoo for when he finishes Quest for the Gold, which I'd like to submit. My suggestion is you get a tattoo of Jury's foot on your left ass cheek.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we
Because
go.
the challenge for those who don't know is if Brian succeeds in getting to gold, he's going to get a tattoo to commemorate it.
Yes.
I second that nomination of Jury's foot on your ass.
Yeah.
I don't know how my wife would feel about that though.
Who doesn't love a good foot in the ass?
Good old foot in the ass, especially that foot.
Yeah. That's probably like, don't even need toilet paper. She can probably clean you out. Toe precision? That was a little gross. We got a little gross.
All right.
Does that mean we should wrap up? Get on out of here.
Yeah, I gotta abandon the country. I gotta get out of Dodge.
All right.
All right. Any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
Get hyped for Street Fighter 6
Street Fighter 6, it's coming in February.
and check out Quest for the Gold.
I'll see you in February when it doesn't come in February, and I have to apologize about all the things that I said were going to happen at Evo again.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note,
Let's wrap it up before I fuck more
since,
things up.
yeah, since Anthony can't speak, I'm getting us canceled. Brian he's doing great. He's just in the dark. Yeah, he has
He's
cats.
just thinking about that foot.
I have cats and I have Street Fighter, so I'm pretty happy.
Devin, give us a closing poetry. Give us a couple quick bars.
Quack, 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 quack,
Quack,
quack,
quack, quack,
quack,
quack, quack, quack, quack, quack, quack,
quack, quack, quack.